Star Trek Lower Decks Review, Season 4, Episode 6.
See, I thought the Ferengi were already part of Starfleet.
No. In fact, that's why it's the Federation, not Starfleet.
I'm sorry.
Starfleet's like the exploration military arm. Federation is the
Uh,
government. It's like the government is the Federation is the U.S. government. The Starfleet is the exploratory arm, the army arm.
Yeah, the army or the
military / exploration. It's like
Yeah.
NASA and the military sort of squished together.
Yeah. But in fact, that's why when Nog joined Starfleet, it was such a big deal because he was the first Ferengi ever to join Starfleet.
Mm-hmm.
But the Ferengi themselves didn't join the Federation.
No.
Although
he got a special exception.
Yeah. And he actually had to beg try to bribe Captain Sisko to let him do it, because it's like but Sisko's like, no, I see you're a hard worker, you don't have to bribe me. Here's your letter of recommendation.
Yeah, he had to get a letter of rec from Sisko to get in. And yeah.
And take your money back.
Yeah. Which, yeah, just the elephant in the room, go ahead and clear out. Nog, is Rom's son, and you don't see, he doesn't make an appearance because his actor died a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
That's why he's not in this. He would be, I would imagine, if he were still alive, he would be in this.
Mm-hmm.
No problem.
Oh, definitely.
Like, they would have sent him as a special attaché to the Cerritos to help with this. But
yeah,
it's interesting to see all the sort of, like, there's complex plots and character plots, and there's like 4 different things going on in this one episode, because you have the captain helping the admiral with the Ferengi.
and I love how the admiral is all like, hey, yeah, let's do it, and she's like, we're not going to win them over that way, you're just being a sucker.
Yeah.
And just Ferengi them at the end and won the day.
Yeah. And then you got
Boimler in his underwear sitting there watching telly.
Yeah, at least he'd have good reviews. He'd have a review of Ferengi media that's not holonovels.
Although I gotta say, I can imagine Madrock being that.
Hey, first of all, I hate reality TV.
It wasn't really reality TV, was it? It was mostly it was procedurals. It was landlord cops.
I would watch Landlord Cops.
Yeah, it was Landlord Cops and a sitcom about romance.
That sitcom I would have just like immediately.
Yeah, I wouldn't have watched that either. Although I do appreciate the fact that it's like they had some gay rep there. It's like, I'm in love with her, but she's in love with him. Yes, but I'm in love with you.
Yeah, and then
I mean, it's nice to show that the old Neguses changes are still having some effect. Although with Rom being the new Negus, I can see why. The fact that women are allowed in the workplace.
I mean, he really likes baseball.
Yeah, he does. That's because he made the one winning play in that entire game.
Well, and the whole thing is, Yeah, like she was pointing out, like he's playing,
He
dumb
was playing
cop,
dumb.
reasonable cop, or something. What was how he was
Yeah,
saying? It's like, yeah, like he's playing dumb to sucker you in, and then Lita's, you know, Lita's going in and playing hardball with the fine print.
yeah. Lita makes a really good Ferengi, I gotta say.
but
It is.
and then you've got Mariner's self-destructive.
Tendencies.
Well, her dealing with what she's going through, and then you've got uh, uh, Rutherford and Tindy and their situation.
Oh my god.
That was so cute.
It's like you make the perfect couple if you just admit your feelings to each other.
but
Sometimes some people are more comfortable just not, you know?
but
Yeah, it's still adorable.
yeah, maybe just
Like,
they're basically, the thing is they've got the whole platonic friends thing going on, the just friends thing going on, but it's like putting a formal label on it is just like, yeah, no, that screws it up for them. It's like, no, we're just really good friends. Maybe they
They got
are.
that. Yeah. And I mean, sometimes it's easier to address a situation without having all that attention drawn to it. Like, even if they were a couple, that would still be embarrassing as hell.
oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like, now you're on a giant pedestal in the middle of the thing. You have to announce what you like about the other person, which, I mean,
I mean, that part
does
was
sound like
probably
an
easy.
interesting therapy thing, but, huh?
That part was probably easy because they already do like each other. The other part they almost had to do though.
Oh, yeah.
I could
I
imagine
mean,
if they had to, they just go in there and just start. Hey, let's just start making the sounds, okay, but not actually do anything.
yeah.
Oh, I love. Would you like the homewrecker discount?
Yes. You don't have to throw up in my mouth twice.
And who just comes up and says, "Oh, these are the two most platonic friends on the entire ship."
uh,
A
whi-
therapist.
which also is funny because, like, I forget the exact phrasing they use, but like the Cerritos is basically
The horniest crew in Starfleet.
but no, there's no commitments. Like, extremely horny, but no commitments. So it's like we don't have
Yeah.
any married couples. Which, at this point, they're kind of like, okay, so really, if you think about it, like they're teasing the crap out of Tindy and Rutherford.
Oh yeah.
They're not there yet, but they're teasing the crap out of it.
Yeah.
We've had Mariner and Jen, which I don't know if we haven't heard anything about them in a while, so I'm assuming they're still together, but who knows? And then Boimler's the only one who doesn't have somebody that they're sort of either already have sort of acknowledged him as it, or that's a thing that's happening, or
I
you
mean,
know
he's had a few girlfriends at least.
yeah, but they usually turn into something. They're usually the plot of the episode.
Okay, stop Harry Kim judging him, okay?
I'm not judging him. It's just that's what happens. Like, he's the designated Harry Kim. He's
He
going to
really is.
have he's
He
going
really is.
he's going to have he's going to have lots of short relationships that turn out that the partner was not what they thought they were. Turns out to be the plot of the episode, and they're gone by the end of the episode.
Let's see. Like Harry Kim with the wrong twin, alien, xenophobic alien, hologram, another alien, another hologram.
Yeah. Which, yeah, I mean, It's yeah,
A hologram turned out to be an alien.
but let's see. So pretty much talked about Tindy and and Rutherford. Rather, I keep wanting to call him Robertson. It's not his name.
You're
Uh,
so weird. Um,
but Rutherford and Tindy, we've kind of covered that. Which, yeah, and then we have the captain actually earning Rom's respect by you know by tricking him, and he's like, okay, you actually respect. Give me the normal boilerplate. We'll go with that.
yeah.
And then so that was cool. The captain
We had
showing that she got to actually show off. That she's quick witted. She's on the ball. She understands what's going on. She actually took this quite seriously. She had fun with
she
it, I
under
think, but she also was
and she understood the um the race that she's dealing with.
yeah.
Yeah.
She knew that, okay, A, they're trying to either swindle you out of everything, or B, they're just using you because they have no intention of joining because you're just being a simp.
And
It
then
kind of like reminds me when you got like you're at work, right? And you know how everything works in your position, all this stuff. You know how the customers are. And then you have like the big boss come down. They had no idea what they're doing, but they pretend that they know what's going on.
Mm,
I know better than you.
Yeah,
It's like, okay, well, how do you start this machine? Oh, well, you
exactly.
do. It's already running. It's already running. There's product in it right now. It's like, oh, if you do that, you're going to lose a hand. You should probably not do that. Oh, I
Yeah.
knew that. Sure, but and then the most interesting, like Tindy and Rutherford, that sort of a character development, somewhat their sort of interpersonal, you know, relationship is dealing with that. And then we got the captain. She got to do her thing, got to show off a little bit. It was really cool. Boimler is just sort of, well, we don't have anything else to do with him, so let's just have this running joke kind of going on in the
And she's just
background.
watching TV. Although I do love, there's the pay toilet, and there's the thing to pay to use the pay toilet.
Yeah, which is
yeah.
that's very Ferengi. Um, and
They
then
had aliens back. Apparently the Ferengi were in, oh, at least one of the Ferengi was in contact with them.
hmm, yeah, and then what else was
And
there?
we know that they, not just non non-living creature
Yeah, non-organic,
in in our
inorganic. Yeah. Um, and then Mariner's got the most interesting story because it's a continuation of her frustration that she's got nothing to be frustrated about. Like
yeah,
her
and
whole career, she's been basically angry about something because this guy's an idiot, this guy's a jerk, I don't like this, I don't like that, like, and now she's got nothing to rebel against. She's got nothing to rebel against, and it eats at her because it's like that's been what she's been pushing and pushing and pushing against this thing, constantly, and then just all of a sudden, all that pressure is just taken off, and she's like, oh, what? Well, I don't know what to do with this, and so she needs tension, drama, something, and so
and
she ends up in
and he's
these.
getting frustrated because he's like, no, you're cool. It's like, why are you being like this?
Like,
You're supposed to be a dick. Why aren't you being a dick?
it's like, have you tried knitting?
Well, I think it's also that he knows, like, if you gave this sort of support, this sort of unwavering support to some other officers, like, they would take advantage of it.
Mm-hmm.
But without, like, her whole shtick for doing these things is, I gotta get back at the man. Get back at the man's not doing anything to her, so she's just like, I, I can't do anything because I don't have anything to piss off. I have no righteous indignation to use up. It's just sort of, yeah, everything's fine. He's supportive. He doesn't ride my butt about this and that. You know, he's just sort of, yeah, do this. I'm like, okay. You know, it's like, he's nice. He got me the cushy appointment of tour of travel guide duty. Like, that was something nice he did that he didn't have to do, but he was nice anyway. And I don't know how to handle that. I don't know how to handle a nice superior. I did. So
And yeah,
it's this. I don't know what to do with this.
like, "Arr, rawr, 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 rawr."
You know, so like, yeah, she has just. She's just stuck. I can't get mad because everything is exactly as it should be.
Mm-hmm.
And that little bit probably makes her bored and just like self-destructive.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I love the monument of lost profits. Why
Fair
is
job,
life
fam.
so unfair?
Yeah, that is one thing I do like about this show, is that because it's animated, they don't have to come up with huge sets and stuff. It's just drawing, so they can go to the worlds that we haven't been able to go to. Like,
Or at least if we did go to, we haven't been able to get detailed scenes. We just see like, because we have been to Ferenginar.
yeah, but
We
like
just in a building, in a room.
with one establishing shot.
Yeah.
There's an
Yeah.
establishing shot that they constantly use, and then there's the inside of a few buildings that they've mocked up, and that's about it. With this, they could actually go places because it's all animated, so they don't have to set up a whole new set or do anything like that.
Their library. Oh my gosh.
Somebody's read a book here for 1,000 years.
And yeah, I like the
I like the biker. It's like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I'll recomp you. You better recomp me too, you bastard, for the blood you're gonna get on my shirt. She's so
Yeah, that was a
racist.
nice biker.
He really was.
but the other side, the one thing that was kind of interesting, it should always basically almost always be raining on Ferenginar. Because
Exactly.
that's one of the things that they mentioned. Like, the Ferengi do not have a word for crisp.
But they have like
there was no
100
word for
different words
crisp.
for rain.
What?
They have 100 different words for rain.
Yeah, but no, you know,
But no word for sunshine.
well, no word for crisp. I think is what they were. There's just everything is so wet that nothing's crisp. But I do like that the show gives them free reign to kind of visit new places. And if they
Mhm.
want to, like, the thing about it is, yes, it still costs to draw the new sets, to do all this new stuff, but they can just balance that budget back out by reusing assets in another episode. Like, have an entire episode set on the Cerritos with nothing really changing in the background, and they just use stock things, and then they don't really have to pay to do any new backgrounds. They just, here it is. They can just have an episode on the Cerritos, and nobody would really mind. Yeah, nobody would mind. Oh yeah, Star Trek's having an episode on their ship. You already have all the backgrounds. Like, at this point, you're in season 4, so all your backgrounds have come up at some point. So now you can just use them, and all you have to do is animate the characters themselves, and you've already got the background. So now you can spend some of that money, some of that animation budget, just making new places, like Ferenginar.
I just realized, and that surprised me. I'm surprised that the TV wasn't charged. It was like, you have exceeded your 10-minute watch time. Please insert more money.
Yeah, I'm surprised it wasn't pay-per-view.
Well, it was also jammed full of advertisements, so
Yeah,
they want
true.
to encourage you to watch the TV so that you watch all their advertisements.
True.
That's true. I kind of thought when he said, wow, it's almost like they're hypnotizing you to give them your money. I kind of thought that's really what they're doing, and just see him just throwing more money.
Well, I think he did raid the pay mini bar, yeah.
Oh God, yeah.
Because he had the chips. I know he had the chips. I didn't pay attention elsewhere, but he's like, yeah, he just went for the chips. Those are going to be ridiculous.
And on Ferenginar, even worse.
Yeah.
Oh, dude. There's a $5 service fee for just opening up the fridge.
No, you have to pay to get it opened. Like you have to put in a bar of latinum in order to open the fridge.
It'd probably be a slip.
A slip.
Was it slip, strip, or bar? There might be more measurements, but I know there's at least a slip, a strip, and a bar.
Yeah. This is why I said Dex happy noises, because this has so much DS9 reference to it, and like DS9 backstory.
Yeah, because Ferengi, though they first appeared in the Next Generation, they weren't really well fleshed out.
They were mockery in the TNG. They were like just ridiculous.
Yeah.
But then you get DS9 with Quark and Rom and the Negus and Brunt.
Yeah, and then you get a lot more. You get a lot more in DS9 on a lot of species. DS9's, if you're looking for lore on species, DS9 does a lot of that with some of the species you don't hear about a lot in TNG. Like, you also learn about Klingons as well. Like, a lot about Klingons. You learn a lot about Klingons, a lot about Ferengi.
And Klingon Ferengi interspecies relationships.
And what else? Yeah, and see, you also ended up with Klingons, Ferengi.
Then they added a bunch of
Cardassians was the same sort of. They had the same sort of situation as the Ferengi. Like, they were kind of introduced in TNG, and you got a little bit of something, but you didn't get a full grasp of kind of what they were about. Like, you didn't get everything that they were. And then once you got to DS9, they really leaned on the Cardassians, and you really learned a lot more about them. Like, you may have gotten a general vibe and a general idea, but like, DS9 spent a lot of time with the Cardassians.
And the Bajorans, of course.
Yeah. But yeah, we had Ro. I was like, did we have Bajorans? Yes, we did, because we had Ro. Yeah, it's like, yep. Like, so yeah, we got Bajorans, and we got Cardassians, and Klingons, and Ferengi, and we just got to learn a lot about them. And just like Enterprise gave us a lot more about, a lot more focused about Vulcans. Like, we got plenty of information before, but like, this one really focused on. Enterprise really teaches you about Vulcans and Andorians a little bit. Well, they're one of the few times we see Tellarites. Though some of it might be recycled, or we actually get to see Tellarites for a little bit. Probably would have seen more of them if things had actually progressed.
And didn't go down the shitter.
Yeah. But yeah, we got a lot more about Andorians in Enterprise.
Oh
Uh,
yeah, with the incomparable Shran.
yeah.
I mean, who doesn't adore Jeffrey Combs, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you got he's all over and he's all over DS9 with
He
the
has. There are more Jeffrey Combs faces than there are like. There are like I think 2 or 3 actors within Trek who have played multiple leading characters, and well, not leading characters, but like multiple leading of the story characters,
hmm.
and he is 4 of them.
Yes, he was a Brunt, Wayun, Shran, and
He also was played. He played like 6 different characters.
yeah, he's been all
He
over.
was like he was in the episode of Voyager that had the Rock in it.
Yeah, but yeah, he's all over Trek. He's just like, oh, Jeffrey Combs. He's
He was also in
Lower Decks.
he played the killer
Computer.
intelligence in Lower Decks.
Yeah. I think we've kind of gone over the 4 prongs of this episode.
I
Well,
would
five,
love and
four and a
be
half, because you have the Ferengi ship being blown up.
I would love and be super amused if the big bad was voiced by Jeffrey Combs. If this the leader of this ship that's blowing up random aliens was voiced by Jeffrey Combs.
Oh, oh. That is a very nice bust. And they got the Friends and Family discount.
Yeah, but I mean, it's the friends and family discount like Red's Red in Animal Crossing.
Yeah,
It's still
yeah.
Well, it's classically the Ferengi have no, the there's an entire rule of acquisition, which rule of acquisition is just it's a book of rules that are sort of guidelines for Ferengi, bits of wisdom, and one of them was it no, that's employee.
If you have a family, you have free employees.
Yeah, it
Something
was
like
something
that.
like that. It was exploit them. The other side is like employees are like rungs on a ladder. Don't mind stepping on them, or something like that. There's also that. Like,
Yeah.
just look up the Ferengi rules of acquisition if you get curious. There's some funny bits in there
I love
that
how
kind
she
of give you
just
an insight into the kind of ideas the Ferengi have.
I love how she just tossed it in the trash. It's like, yeah, we probably paid a lot of money for this, like, eh.
Well, to be fair, they don't actually trash anything. That was a recycler, probably.
Yeah,
Although the
true.
recyclers usually are part of the replicator system, but that was just for a visual gag. But
Yeah.
It may
what
be a
did
thing where
that-
you don't throw it in the recycling chute. Like, you may not even break it down initially. You just sort of, if you have just like a trash bin and you just throw your trash in there, and then when everyone, there's like ports to throw stuff down into the sort of resource pool for the replicator. There's probably something like that, so you don't even have to break it down. You just send it down there, and then it sees what's down there and goes, "Oh, I'm gonna pick some iron out of that and some carbon out of that," and go, "Oh, replicator," and that would be cheaper than breaking it down every time and sending it to the sort of resource pool, which I don't know where the resource pool is, if it's just a rearrangement of atoms. Like, they have to have a storage place for that.
I'm
They
sorry,
just
my headcanon is currently just that it's kind of like my Lego toolbox, where it's yes, I have. Well, it's actually a tackle box that I repurposed for Lego, where
Yeah.
it's like you take the different ingredients, like a whole row of carbon, and just like have all of the molecules just clumped together in like a little chamber, and then sitting on top of that is a little drawer full of whatever other elements, hydrogen, helium, etc. Possibly some of them are in more molecularly stable states, because we all know what happens when you have pure hydrogen.
Oh yeah.
Let's not do that.
I just realized something. This was the first time that mysterious ship attacked an alien race that wasn't really war hungry directly.
Yeah, and that wasn't trying to do anything to them.
Yeah.
Like, they didn't even open channels yet.
Well, maybe it is just fair gang.
Yeah.
Also, the other aliens were all no, never mind. Ramblins weren't part of Starfleet or the whatever.
None of them were part of Starfleet.
Wait,
The
I thought
Orions
Klingons were.
are the Orions officially part of Starfleet? I didn't think so.
I think I don't know if Orion has joined at this point. I don't think so. I think it's
No.
Tindy's a Nog situation where
Yeah,
yeah, that she's
exactly.
in there, but that she's not. They're not part of the Federation. She just got in on a on a hey, I want to be part of Starfleet, and so
Yeah, that's what I thought. So none of them are part of Starfleet.
Oh, okay, just checking.
The Klingons are notoriously not part of Starfleet. They are allies only.
Yeah, well, I
The
mean, at least they're
Romulans,
allies.
the Romulans are foes. They have a Cold War situation going on where it's like, okay, we were enemies, but let's just you stay to your side of the neutral zone, I stay to my side, and we just don't.
yeah,
And the Ferengi have not have only just joined the Federation after that. So, and that's
yeah,
not even full joining. That's they're getting the paperwork underway.
yeah. They're getting their application in, and it'll probably take a while to get everything done because they got to investigate, make sure that they've got that they all their ducks are in a row because the Federation has rules about who can join, and there's
Mm-hmm.
certain things that member states have to meet before they can become full members of the Federation. And so, like, they're probably investigating all that.
It would have been so funny if they did manage to get the Klingons to join. It's like, hey, we got that one planet to join in.
No,
How?
because they canceled it though.
Yeah.
I know, but it would have been funny. He just calls up, hey, we'll give you all our money if you can join.
Well, I mean, technically, Rom does know the Chancellor. If he's just like, hey, Gowron, wait, no, Gowron died, didn't
No, Martok. Be
he?
Martok
Martok,
at this point.
yeah, yeah. Hey, Martok, you remember how you racked up that huge bill at Quarks? I'm gonna talk to my brother and have him waive that. You want to if you join the Federation? Sound good?
That's like, hey, you can join it and then leave it. They never said how long they had to join for.
Now you're thinking like a Ferengi.
Uh,
Okay, I think we got this done.
yep.
All right.
And I told you it was a Dex episode. Most of the talking was Dex at this point.